What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy D Dyson. So I wanted to give a season 1 review of American Gigolo. Man, I loved this series. This show with JonBernthal at the helm in the midst of it all. Anything, as I've always stated, anything JonBernthal puts out, I'm watching. This dude just continuously phenomenal, continuously puts his heart into it, and you just see the projects he picked, it's just suited for him. Now, with this, I didn't know this was based on the 1980s movie with Richard Gere. And this makes me kind of want to go and watch that movie to kind of let me know how all this ends. Because if this is a limited series, I'm going to be upset. I can't wait for season 2 because I think it kind of put things in perspective for season 2, like right at the very end. And because I was telling myself, I'm like, it's only 8 episodes. Usually it's like 10, but it's 8. So I was like, this might be a limited series, but it's not. Now, JonBernthal is Julian K. And as Julian K, he's an American Gigolo, and they do this backstory of when he is about 15. His name is John, and lives like in Bakersfield, like in the desert, where his mother is a bit of eccentric, probably has mental health problems, but he's with his mom, and his next door neighbor is a lady that basically is molesting him, or he's having sex with at a very young age, and she just continuously does it. And a mom knows, as that was kind of like something like hard to watch, to be like, dang, that's crazy, like, it's crazy. But when you're in high school, just getting to high school, it's a little bit different, but his mom recognizes that, and that this lady just always wanted him, like always. And it's like, so she just, I guess, phoned a friend, found somebody, and here comes Olga, who is the madame, comes to their place, and then it's like, okay, here's the money for him, let me have him. Then I'm guessing that it was an illusion of, her mother's like, you're going to Hollywood, you're going to be a big star, this is a person who's, so basically that trope. I would love for them to explore that a little bit more, but that's why he came to be. So he comes to this beach house and throwing a party. It's other kids there. It's like a young black dude who's like, he's been there, and his little girl, Isabel. And they grow up being gigolos. And I was just like, wow. So it's basically really some dirty stuff going on. But he's really good at his job. Going back to Julian K, and, and one day he meets this pretty chick, obviously with her husband, but, this older lady, because he kind of courts and beds older women. And the older women was like, yeah, definitely go out, go try to find her. Like, like they always helped him. So something about Julian K was he was very charming and very understanding to talking to these older women. And later on, they were like, how are you good at what you do? And he kind of, explains some of them are lonely, some are this, some are that, somebody just want to be there. So it was different things that he was for different women. That's how he was so good at his job. And wakes up and find that he's in bed next to a dead lady, gets sent to 10 years of prison. Now, this is where we meet RosieODonnell. I haven't seen RosieODonnell in quite some time. I really feel like RosieODonnell should be getting a Emmy nom, Golden Globe nom for her role in this. I loved RosieODonnell. She had me captivated to the scene. Every time she was in the scene, I'm like, man, this is RosieODonnell, and she was about her business. And she sent Julian away for 10 years because they find out that she was so pissed off about what her personal life, and it bled over to her work, and really didn't go over the fine details about what happened with Julian, and sent them away for 10 years. And visits Julian in jail, was like, hey, look, you seen how jail changed him, but he was still kind of just keeping it cool, really adapted to prison life. She shows up, like, hey, we found this guy. He admitted that he killed the chick that I just remember with you, you said you didn't do it, and they let him go. So he's kind of like, wait, what the hell? So he sent like he did like a 7 or 8 year bid on a 10-year bid, and got out. Now he's more refined and still wanting to find out who the killer was and what happened, and just want to walk the straight and narrow. And I love every bit of it because it was a lot of controversy. It's a lot of mystery of what happened because he's dealing with a married woman and her husband is a tech giant and around shady people like the lawyer, I think his name Panache or something like that, and another guy. So she was always like, hey, stop. And then in the fold of mix of all this, of he trying to find out what's going on, I think her name was Michelle, like her son, who's finding out that that's actually Julian's son. And this is a spoiler. This is a spoiler review. Please go watch it before you watch this review. And runs away with his teacher, obviously kind of following in how Julian was with older women at that time and that age. Runs away with his teacher, ends up getting killed and on the run. So it turns into Julian having to find the boy. And it was just a lot of, plot twist in this and trying to find out who's doing what. And is it Isabel? Because she took over the Madame Olga's business. Olga's, all old and couldn't really see, got dementia and stuff. So they're trying to keep her alive. Then you find out, somebody assassinates Olga, and it's just a whole bunch. And I was like, who is doing what? Then you're thinking the whole time that it's the dad, the tech giant, probably finding out that, your wife is with a male escort and then probably has a kid. It was behind all of it. And he's kind of like, he doesn't know what the hell's going on. So I'm just like, I'm thinking that saving that for season 2. And I know I'm jumping around, but I was like, this is really intriguing because I'm trying to find out who's doing what. And at the very end, you're kind of like, okay, it has to be Isabel. Isabel finds the boy, pays the guy. They, quote unquote, try to find that guy. And I don't know what they did. Did they? I forgot if they killed the guy or not. But the guy with the hand tattoo. But Isabel gets the boy back, sends to Julian, like, hey, we're cool, right? We're good. Because Isabel has a real love for Julian. And it's kind of it's grown to where it's maddening. And I'm thinking, okay, you might be pulling the strings on a lot of this because you really love Julian. And you just want Julian around to do his job and then come back. Because what he's doing is basically a false livelihood that, hey, we're all raised to be escorts. This is all we know, and we keep this as a family. So she loves him in so many different ways. And even when their love scene, he was kind of like, what the hell? Like, and it was a lot. That's why I was telling myself I loved every bit of it. I was really telling myself, can't wait till Fridays. A new episode of American Gigolo is coming on. In the midst of all these things with House of the Dragon, Rings of Power, She-Hulk, Andor, all these things, this is something for adults that is really good. Really, really good. I really give this series a 10 out of 10. I really can't wait, hopefully, to have a season 2. I want this to be a season 2. And I'm still kind of like, what the hell's going on? Like at the end, like, is it Isabel? Is it the husband? Is the husband playing like he doesn't know? You still don't know. And that's why I love this, because it's kind of left to your imagination, and I'm wanting more. So, you guys enjoyed my review of season 1 of American Gigolo on Showtime. Subscribe to my channel. Post, comment down below, and like the video. It's your boy, D. Dyson. Peace.